Hello? What's going on?
Right now, you are watching 22-year-old Deputy Cody Colangelo approach a drunk and belligerent woman after 911 reports of a car crash. Thinking that she is just a distressed bystander, he is about to make a crucial mistake. Because by not checking what Leah is hiding behind her back, Deputy Cody's life will be changed forever.
Don't run, slowly walk. That's something snapped!
And moments from now, he would fight a life and death battle while Leah is carried out like a sack of potatoes. Now, what investigators need is a simple answer to a devastating question. Why did Leah try to kill Deputy Cody?
You already know that one of our deputies were stabbed. We need to know why.
I definitely don't know why I would stab somebody.
Obviously, something made you panic. And that's what we're trying to figure out, like, what made you panic?
Around 11 p.m. on March 23, 2022, police in St. Lucie County, Florida were called to the scene of a horrific accident. After weaving in and out of traffic, witnesses watched in horror as a car smashed into an old oak tree, then proceeded to roll 3 times down an embankment. The driver, 21-year-old Leah Day, stumbled out disoriented and disappeared into the night. When law enforcement arrived, they're desperate to find the driver, not only to determine why the crash happened, but to ensure that she's not injured somewhere. But by the end of the night, she won't be the only one.
I guess he ran off. Only car involved?
Yeah.
Single vehicle? Alright.
Right.
Where's the driver at? Is he inside?
Ran off.
Oh, he took off?
A girl. They said it was a girl.
Okay, younger girl? Alright.
He said she went that way.
Ooh. Okay. I didn't see nobody walking either. Anybody see the girl take off?
Yeah.
Alright. What was she wearing?
So she climbed out of the car. She was really disoriented, you know. She's like, I need to find my phone. And then I was like, you need to sit down. But she had a cut on her hand. But she was like, I gotta find my purse. And then she would be like spraying, and she just ran that way.
Yeah, did she strike anything?
She almost hit us, you know.
Yeah, she went into the right. So she went into the bushes over there.
Yeah.
Okay. And you try to get her to stop it?
I did, yeah. I was trying to get her to sit down, and it's like, you gotta sit down. She's like, I gotta find my phone. I need to get my keys on.
At trial, the couple interviewed estimated that Leah was driving about 20 miles over the speed limit, weaving in and out of traffic. Her car flipped 3 times before surprisingly landing on its tires. That's obviously a lot for a little Civic to take. And evidently it was hard for Leah, who stumbled out of her car and down towards the beach. 22-year-old Deputy Cody Colangelo began to comb the beach for the suspect. With 2 years in the force, he was still considered to be a newbie, but he was about to experience something few officers do.
Go ahead. Hello? What's going on? Man, stop real quick. Possibly 1012, the signal 3 driver. What's going on?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
Alright. Were you just in a crash? Ma'am, come up here. Don't walk away.
Wait. Hold on.
No walking. Come over here. Okay?
Okay.
Walk upstairs, alright? Let's get out this water area.
I don't wanna. I'm scared.
You're scared? Alright, let's walk up here. Let's get off this water, okay? Don't run. Slowly walk.
In an instant, Leah turned on Deputy Colangelo, slicing the carotid artery in his neck. Immediately, he began to bleed severely, but in spite of his injury, he began to pursue Leah, firing off a round and calling desperately for backup. While one officer helped Deputy Colangelo apply pressure to the wound in his neck and awaited an ambulance, 2 others sprinted towards the water. Somehow, In spite of actively bleeding out, Deputy Colangelo was able to give them a description and tell them where Leah went. And where she went makes about as much sense as all of her other actions this night.
Get over here. Get over here! Walk to the sound of my voice. You better not have that knife shoot you right now. Keep going. Keep coming. I got her. Yeah. Get on the ground.
One of you guys get set?
Yes, not us. I think you guys are already out with them.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't want to do this.
Oh, no, I'm too harder, not harder, right?
Yes. I'm gonna guess. Gross.
Gross is one way to describe the, close-up that we just got. Leah refused to walk, even when given a chance to be cuffed and walked by officers. As you'll see, a refusal to do anything remotely helpful is a running theme when it comes to her, even when officers take her to the hospital for evaluation.
Hey, wake up. You know where you're at? Huh? Do you know where you're at? I'm Detective Dale with the St. Lucie County Sheriff's Office. Do you know where you're at? Do you know where you're at?
Now, like the detectives, you would assume that Leah was under the influence due to her behavior and her pinpoint pupils. But the hospital ran a tox screen when she arrived at the hospital.
She tested negative for most substances and had only trace amounts of an undisclosed illicit substance, meaning they couldn't definitely determine if she was under the influence.
But there was something else they couldn't determine either. Pinpoint pupils are a symptom of opioid or depressant substance use, but they're also a symptom of head trauma. At the hospital, a doctor disclosed that Leah may have had a concussion or head trauma. Why they didn't have a definitive yes or no, we don't know. What we do know is that neither her potential substance use nor potential head trauma were allowed to be disclosed to the jury at her trial. Which means, essentially, why the hell she did this can only be determined based on what she discloses. Which, as you're about to see, is a whole bunch of blubbering, whining, sass, and non-answers. The following footage was provided to us by the St. Lucie County Sheriff's Office.
Lean up against the wall. Lean up against the wall. Don't fall over, lean. Stay normal. Don't move. Keep your foot. Once I take this handcuff off, put it on the wall. Take a seat. There.
We'll be with you in just a minute.
A minute is a little bit of an exaggeration. For the next 40 minutes, Leah assumes the position of a slug, which is apt given the nature of the crime she's just committed.
Lee, whatever your name is. Alright? Hey, wake up. Lay, that's Lay. Wake up. You alright? You alright? Alright, you're awake.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I really have to use the restroom.
After some jazz hands, some flopping around, and some unintelligible groaning, police enter to question her. Thankfully, by this point, Deputy Cody Colangelo has made it out of surgery. According to doctors, he was only able to survive due to his training. If he hadn't put pressure on his own neck while he waited for help to arrive, he would have bled out at the scene. Which means, thankfully, no one in the office is mourning the loss of their friend. They do, however, have some big questions. Like, what the heck was Leah thinking?
Mrs. Day. Hey. Come on, sit up for me. Sit up for me. Come on. Take your time. Go ahead, have a seat. Can you open your eyes so I can make sure you're looking? Do you know where you're at? No? Well, you're at the St. Lucie County Sheriff's Office. I'm Detective Dale. This is Detective Rojas. Alright, before we get started, I got some questions and stuff to ask on what happened tonight, but I need to read you something first, alright? So I need you to pay attention because I got to make sure you understand what I'm reading you, okay? Okay. Right now, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in court. You have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before we ask you any questions and have him with you during questioning. If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will be appointed for you before any questioning if you wish. If you decide to answer questions without a lawyer present, you will still have the right to stop answering at any time. You also have the right to stop answering at any time until you talk to a lawyer. Do you understand each of these rights that I've read to you? Have you previously requested any law enforcement officer to allow you to speak to an attorney? With these rights in mind, do you wish to speak with me right now? Do you? Do you understand what I read to you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you want to speak with me? Tell me what happened.
I'm sure you're tired and there's a lot going on, obviously, but if you're willing to talk to us, just
I need to know.
She needs to know.
Yes or no?
Sure.
You want to speak with me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can you tell me what happened tonight?
I remember we went through the call. Panicking.
You remember waking up in the car?
Mm-hmm.
Where were you coming from? Do you remember? Port St. Lucie? Were you at a friend's house? Were you at a friend's house in Port St. Lucie, or you don't remember? Okay, so tell me what happened when you woke up in the car. What happened from there?
I just kept panicking. I didn't know what to do.
Okay. After you panicked and you didn't know what to do, then what happened?
I started to run. The beach side.
Okay, you were running on the beach side?
Yeah.
Okay. Then what happened after that?
A man with a flashlight walked up to me.
A man with a flashlight? Okay. And then what happened after that? I know it's difficult.
Not as difficult as it is watching this 21-year-old wiggle around like a toddler in the middle of a tantrum after not getting the juice they wanted. And as police desperately try to get a single explanation that makes sense here, the baby talk only gets more, well, babyish.
What happened when the man with the flashlight walked up to you? What happened? Did he say anything to you?
I don't remember.
Okay, then what happened?
I remember water. There's grass.
Okay.
And then I remember the back of the ambulance.
Okay. You don't remember, let's go back to when the man with the light, when he came and to speak with you. What happened there? You don't remember? Do you remember anything happening on the stairs? No? Do you remember having a conversation with the man with the light?
No.
No. Okay. What else happened on the beach? You remember?
I just remember giving up.
Giving up? Okay. Where's your black hoodie? Somebody said you had a black hoodie? A jacket? Do you remember having that with you? No hoodie? What about some leggings?
Leggings?
Yeah, were you wearing them all night or did you have other stuff on?
Pretty sure this is what I was wearing.
Huh?
Pretty sure this is what I was wearing.
Okay. When you got out of the vehicle, did you take anything with you? Like, were you carrying anything?
Yeah. Yes.
What'd you have?
My wallet and my.
Your wallet and what else?
My knife.
Your what?
My knife.
Your knife? What kind of knife?
It was a butterfly.
A what?
It was a butterfly knife.
A butterfly knife? What happened to that knife? Because when they found you, you didn't have it on you.
I think it fell in the water.
You think it fell in the water? Okay.
Just a reminder here, according to her stop at the hospital, there was no alcohol in her system and a trace amount of an unnamed illicit drug. Now, a trace amount means that technically she may have tested positive for a very small amount of a substance, but that it was below the threshold to conclusively determine she was under the influence. So, though she appears to be, out of her gourd here, it may not be because of something she took, which is a lot more scary, especially considering what happens next.
Did you do anything with the knife? Before it fell in the water? Huh? Do you remember? What color was the knife? Day. Hey. What color was your butterfly knife?
No.
Huh?
No.
What do you mean no? You don't remember the color?
I plead the fifth.
Okay. What about your phone? Where's your phone at?
Don't
Huh?
Don't know.
You didn't have it with you?
Mm.
Was it in the car?
Mm.
Okay, so what happened with the guy with the light? What happened with you and him and the knife?
I just panicked.
Okay, you panicked, and then what happened?
I ran.
You ran from him? Did you do anything with the knife?
Well, apparently I dropped it.
Okay. So you panicked. Were you afraid that he was gonna attack you?
I'm not sure what I was afraid of in the moment.
Okay. After you panicked, then what happened?
I kept walking.
You kept walking?
Yeah.
Do you know where you were walking to or at?
No, I was walking.
Remember walking down the beach?
Hmm.
Okay. Did you go in the water at all? Yeah. How deep did you go?
Mm.
You don't remember? Okay.
Let me ask you, you know you're at the sheriff's office, right? Do you know why you're here? Do you have any idea why you're here?
Stop somewhere, right?
That's what we're trying to find out. What you remember.
I just remember getting out of the car
Okay.
and panicking because I didn't know when. And then
Go ahead.
and
Okay, you panicked and then what happened?
So you get out of your car and you panic, you said. And then you start walking along what I guess is the beach, right? And then you see this man with a light. What did he say to you, or did he say anything that made you nervous or scared or anything like that? Do you remember any of that interaction with that man with the light at all? Not a whole lot.
Could you tell us what you do remember?
I just remember him walking in the distance.
Was he walking towards you?
Yeah.
Okay. And then what happened after that? that something happened between you and him?
I don't think so.
Well, when we asked, like, what happened, you said you think you stabbed somebody. That's what we're trying to figure out. Do you remember anything happening? A struggle or...
No.
So why do you think you stabbed somebody?
No.
Not a great answer to that question.
All right, so we know you were in an accident. We know that you had your butterfly knife and your wallet. Okay? You already know that one of our deputies were stabbed. We need to know why. So I need you to help me understand. Because I don't. Okay? You're in a car accident. I've been in a car accident before. What made you panic after you got in that car accident? To the point where you were leaving your car accident with a knife in your wallet.
Oh, the knife I always carry on me.
Okay, that's fine. Listen, a lot of people carry stuff on them for their own protection and whatnot, okay? But then you see this man with the light, okay? You have a knife, and this man with the light ends up getting stabbed. I need you to help me understand how did it get to that point?
The man with the light, did you know if he was a deputy or a regular person? You didn't know if he was a deputy or not? Okay, so something happened between you and this guy with the light, and that's what we're trying to figure out what happened.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was obviously something made you panic, and that's what we're trying to figure out. You know, you don't seem like a bad person, you know, go around and doing stuff, so something made you panic, and that's what we're trying to figure out. Do you remember doing anything?
What?
Do you remember doing anything, your actions?
I just wanted to get away.
Okay. So then what happened when you wanted to get away? Like, did he grab you? Did he touch you?
I don't think so.
Okay.
You keep saying, whenever I ask you why all this happened, you keep saying you don't know. That you don't know why, you don't know why. Are you saying you don't know why you would stab somebody, or you don't know what?
Oh, I definitely don't know why I would stab somebody.
Okay.
And that's what we're trying to figure out, like, what made you panic? I know you remember something, you're breathing heavy.
Insurance? I don't have any.
You don't have no insurance?
Yeah, that's why I panic.
Okay. So having no insurance, that's what made you run from the vehicle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you ever been in jail before?
No.
No? Okay. So, tonight, were you scared to go to jail because of the car accident?
Yeah.
Okay. So you leave the scene of the accident because you don't have insurance and you're scared that you're going to end up going to jail. You obviously remember enough. Okay? I know that, you know that. Okay? What we need now is to clear all of this up and make sense of everything. Okay? Would you agree? Because right now it's not making sense because you remember specific things and then you don't remember. So
The interaction.
help us understand.
Just tell me what happened. You're going to feel a lot better. Once you start talking, believe me, you're going to feel better. I know you know more than what you're telling us. I can see it in you. Every time you get to a point, you start breathing heavy.
I don't mean what you're supposed to say.
Huh?
What am I supposed to say?
What you're supposed to say is, I just want you to tell me what happened with the interaction with the guy with the light on the beach.
He came at me and I was trying to get away.
Okay.
So what did you do to try to get away?
Obviously.
Okay. And then after you stabbed him, what'd you do?
I ran.
Okay.
Obviously, she stabbed him, because that's totally the rational thing to do when you're concerned about getting caught driving without insurance. And this wasn't Leah's first rodeo. In August of 2021, she was ticketed for driving without insurance. As a result, her license was suspended, which in the grand scheme of things isn't a big deal. Stabbing someone obviously is. And despite the lack of substances in Leah's system, it's clear there's something wrong with her critical thinking here.
So we now know you stabbed him because you were panicking. But the why that I want to know is, why were you panicking? Because I don't think, honestly, I really don't think that because of insurance, that's why you were panicking. Something else was going through your mind that made you do what you did. I want you to help me understand what was going through your mind. Was it anything else you can think of? I mean, listen, at the end of the day, if it's because you were literally scared just to go to jail because of your insurance, and hey, I guess that's what it is.
I think I was just being paranoid.
You were okay?
You were being paranoid? Okay.
Okay. So, now that you're actually explaining a little more to us of what happened.
Can you walk us through what happened? Like from beginning to end, so we kind of could understand this whole situation?
I woke up,
Okay.
struggled to get out. I walked on the beach and the guy with the flashlight came
Okay.
and I stabbed him. And then I ran, and then there were 2 more police officers.
Okay.
So I was in the water.
Okay. Now, when you stabbed him and ran, do you remember what happened with your knife?
I think it might have fallen in the water.
Okay. Is that where they found you in the water?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember how? Do you remember how you stabbed him? Like how and where?
More or less, like what manner? Like, did you? There's obviously different ways you can do this. You can do this. There's a bunch of different ways to stab people. Do you remember like how you did it, or?
It was just a forward motion.
Okay.
Like how? Can you show me?
Just forward.
Okay. Did you remember where you stabbed him at? On him? Anywhere? Do you remember where?
The cemetery.
Okay.
You remember running away after?
Mm-hmm.
I need you to try to be specific.
How?
You say you run away
Up
after.
the stairs.
Yeah. So, but not just up the stairs. What happened with our deputy? And then
Before you ran up the
Before you ran up the
stairs.
stairs, what happened with that deputy when you panicked?
I'm sorry.
It's okay. So, well, you've already said you stabbed him the way you stabbed him with what you stabbed him with. I want you to just piece it all together, and just so that we can get a more accurate kind of, more or less of a timeline. Okay, because you're.
It was a short time frame. If that, like, maybe not even a good 2 minutes.
Okay. So he did say a couple things to you, right? I already asked you this, but I'll ask you again. Can you describe him? What he was wearing, or what he looked like, or was he old, or young? Was he... Okay.
Now, when you guys were hanging out at the bottom by the water, because you said he walked down the stairs, and then you said you started running up the stairs. What happened right before you started running up the stairs? You're thinking. I know you want to say it. Come on. Okay. And then what happened with your panic?
I found the knife.
Okay. And then what happened?
I stabbed him.
Okay. Were you trying to kill him?
No, I wasn't trying to kill him. I was trying to get away.
Okay.
Where did you have the knife the whole time?
In my hand.
In your hand? Is it like a small enough knife to fit in your hand where you...
Yeah, I don't have any pockets.
But like, if you have your knife in your hand right now and you close your fist, would you be able to hide it?
It's like...
Or would it stick out a little bit? Okay, so you couldn't really hide it in your... okay.
The fact that Leah had the presence of mind to hide the weapon behind her back and then in front of her when she went ahead of the deputy on the stairs became a tipping point in the trial, because according to the prosecution, concealing the weapon proved intent and premeditation. And as you've surely realized by now, that can mean the difference between a slap on the wrist or life in prison.
Deputy Colangelo, when questioned about the incident, explained just how well she intentionally hid the weapon and how lucky she was to still be alive.
Were you alarmed? Or let me ask you, did you ever ask to see her hands?
No.
Okay.
In watching the video, initially she's down on the beach.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember where her hands were?
When I first saw her, I observed it looked like a black wallet in her hand.
Okay.
When I first walked up on the dock, because wasn't hiding her hands when she was just walking around when I first saw her, so I didn't see any type of weapon.
Okay. When she was down at the bottom of the deck, where were her hands at that time?
Behind her back.
Okay. When she walked past you and you were following her up, where did her hands go?
She started towards the front.
Okay. But could you actually see the palms of her hands?
No.
Okay.
At that point, did anything cause any alarm in you? And the fact of she was standing like this in the video, and then when she passed you, she kind of moved them around. Did it cause any alarm or concern?
At the time, no, because she appeared to be under the influence of something. I assumed that she was just having, normally when you deal with someone on narcotics, at least in my experience, they have weird fidgetings with their body, and that's what I would assume what's going on.
Okay. How many shots did you fire?
1 round.
1 round.
After you fired the 1 round, did you think about firing another round, or why did you not fire another round?
At that point, because she started getting up the stairs, and I felt like if I was to continue shooting, I could put somebody else at it. I didn't have a good enough angle and shot. I feel like I didn't have a good enough, trying to explain it, to be able to get another round safely off towards her without putting a risk of anybody else.
Anybody else, meaning your background?
Background, yes. Cars were still traveling up and down Annie River Drive during those hours.
All right.
Deputy Colangelo has acknowledged that this night taught him a lot, mainly to always check suspects' hands the instant you approach them. At the same time, that night taught his department a lot about him, that no matter the situation, he's an officer who will put the public's safety above all else, even his own life. He had the presence of mind not to put others at risk, and even managed to give his partner directions to find Leah as he struggled to stay alive. Leah's presence of mind, on the other hand, obviously lacking.
I'm starting to get tired of repeating myself.
Well, we're just trying to get you to...
That's kind of why I said just one last time, and I just wanted it kind of from beginning to end. And I know that there's kind of a lot of moving parts and a lot to remember, okay? So I'll shorten it up for you, all right? From the moment you see the man with the light, okay, your hands are behind your back, you have your knife in your hand, all right? And then you turn around and start going up the stairs, and you said you moved your hands to your sides. Were they at your sides or were they in front of you?
It was like
Kind of like up here, okay. Now you're walking up the stairs. So as this man is walking behind you up the stairs, what do you do? Okay. Okay.
And then what?
So you take the knife, you turn around.
I stab him.
Okay.
And as soon as you do that, what is your next move?
I run.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
You need some more water?
Mm-hmm.
You want us to find you something to munch on?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Do you have any questions for us?
Could be any clothes?
We
I'm
can look in the
covered in
closet
sand.
and see what we have.
Yeah,
We'll look and see what we have.
we can find.
But then, and then we'll see if we can find a snack or something. Are you allergic to peanut butter or peanuts?
No food allergies?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll see what we can find for food, and we'll see what we can find for hopefully clothing.
Clothing or something to put on you, okay?
Leah's trial was as strange as her crime. Her defense team called no witnesses to the stand whatsoever, including medical staff that attended to Leah. As we stated earlier, her potential substance use and her potential head injury were not allowed to be disclosed to the jury because the potential substance use was deemed voluntary intoxication, and the medical staff never definitively gave any statements about her injuries. It didn't take long for the jury to reach a verdict: guilty of attempted first-degree premeditated murder. Her sentencing? Life in prison. In December of 2024, she filed an appeal, though nothing has come of it as of the publishing of this video. Cody Colangelo has thankfully made a full recovery and still serves as a deputy with the St. Lucie County Sheriff's Office.
We wish him safety and commend him for trying to protect the community, even when he was gravely injured.
Thank you for watching today's video. Whether you're new here or have been with us for a while, check out one of the craziest cases I've ever covered right here, or one of my newest uploads right here.